The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 772. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits. Well, hello friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap-Chan, and today I have a phenomenal lady on the show today. She is an international award-winning keynote speaker, business mentor, TV producer, best-selling author, and mother of four, and I'm really excited to have her on and share her story with us today on self-confidence. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Didi Wong. Didi, how are you today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to the listeners.
Yes, Sheena, thank you so much, first off, for reaching out to me and, exploring the land of Asian women in USA and different parts of the world. I applaud you for having had this show for so many years, and just being disciplined is one of the biggest challenges I have with my clients. And so I recognize that in you. So I want to lift you up by saying that to you at the beginning of your show. So thank you for inviting me, and I'm really honored to be on your show. So I love speaking. So my number one thing that I do, if somebody asked me, what do you do? Because that's a question that we hear all the time when we go out networking, any events or meeting new friends. I always say that I am an international speaker, and I am out there on different stages in different parts of the world, speaking to anywhere from a small group of 25 to a huge group of 10,000s, at a time. And my message is double your money in half the time with confidence, connections, and cash flow.
Thanks for sharing that. And Didi, what's your cultural background?
I am from Hong Kong, so I'm Chinese, fully Chinese. Although if you look at me, most people don't believe me. They always say I look like a mixed child, but I am Chinese from Hong Kong.
Thanks for sharing that. What's your favorite self-confidence quote?
Love yourself.
Thanks for sharing that great quote. And in your own words, how do you define self-confidence?
Being your own best friend. You are your own best friend.
Thanks for sharing that great definition. And Didi, what was your life like before you discovered self-confidence?
Oh my goodness, that is a great question. I have had many adversities in my life that could have made me a very insecure, not confident woman, starting off with my own mother. And I know that in the Asian culture, a lot of the mothers are out there, the very tough love type of mothers and fathers too. I just happen to have a very tough love type of mom who, without her, I wouldn't be the extremely motivated person that I am. So I actually thank her. But growing up, she definitely used to, and still does actually, pick on everything from the color of my hair to the color of my nails, or how I wear my hair is actually one big thing that I always talk about my mom, and picking on me. And she still is negative in the way that, if I put my makeup on and she doesn't like it, she would literally, tell me, hey, that picture you put up on Facebook, take it down. You look like a witch. I mean, she actually said that to me before. And so those little things as growing up could have definitely made me not a confident person. But at the same time, it's funny because I always overheard her talk about her children to her friends when she's very proud. So, it's just the Asian way, I think. I was always failing at school. So that could have been another reason why I would have become a not so confident woman. I was always struggling at school. I worked very hard though. Like I always say that I worked very hard. I was always the teacher's pet. So even though I didn't get the great grades like a B or an A, the teachers still loved me because I showed so much spirit. I wanted always to be as best as I can be, even though I study and I don't get the grades, they can feel it from me. And I have, I have the personality for them to enjoy I was always called the bubbly girl in class, and even though I don't get the good grades. So that's another thing. And then having married a non-Chinese man and having my father threatening me to disown me, that could have also broken my spirits, becoming a confident woman. So there are many things that have happened in my 43 years in my life where I could have blamed that, oh, I'm like this because of that bad thing that happened to me, or I didn't get the scholarship out of my three sisters, and I was the dumb one, I labeled the idiot, or the one who is pretty good at sports but have no brains. I've been labeled so many of those type of things. So, I overcame all of them, and now, I'm proud of who I am and proud of what I've overcome, and been able to actually affect change in other people too, and help them become a successful person and pay it forward. So yeah, that's pretty much a little bit of a brief overview of my past for you.
Thanks for sharing that. And I think that's something a lot of Asian women go through. Sometimes it can break us and feel like we're not worthy enough. But like you mentioned, you were able to overcome it. And, there's days where we're not 100% confident. Sometimes we're 10% confident. It's not always easy, but it's up to us to pick ourselves back up and keep moving forward. So thanks for sharing that. And Didi, what was that point in your life when you realized you can go out there and be who you are today? What was that aha moment?
I think it came from, the people I surround myself with. If you hear, so I give you a little scenario, like a little analogy. If somebody keeps telling you, you're stupid, oh, you can't do that, you're going to fall, you don't go in the water, you're going to drown, don't go in the water, you're going to drown. So what you're going to do, you're probably going to listen to whomever it is who's repetitively telling you that thing, because it's probably coming from somebody who you either respect, or an older generation, a little bit elder than you. But what if you turn that around and surround yourself with only people who tell you, wow, good job, wow, you did that so great, how about if you did that, and how about you just add this to make it even better? And those are the kind of mentors you want in your life, be it a husband, be it a best friend, be it a cousin who really admires you, be it, I don't know who it could be for you. But for me, it was not really, well, Dave Meltzer definitely helped me a lot, my mentor, but around, the circle of friends that I surround myself with, and even on Facebook, the kind of people you want to friend and allow to be your friend, you want to make sure you stick around people with positive energy, with the will to want to succeed, and people, surround yourself with people who's already successful. I look up to those people all the time, and through that was kind of like an aha moment, like, what, if they can do it, I can absolutely do it. I know that I can do it because I have that innate, work hard but play hard and enjoy life, be a happy person, so that I can be there for my children. I have all of that in me. So, that's not, I can't tell you one particular aha moment, but it's many aha moments added together to be who I am today.
Thanks for sharing that. And because of that realization, what's your life been like now?
I love what I do. That is the beautiful thing, because a lot of people wake up hating what they do, right? So my life right now is I get up and I love taking care of my children and being able to be a quality mom for them, and have quality conversations, make them actually take time to make them breakfast and watch them eat it or feed them still. And then I really care about just coming back to my computer and doing whatever I can to affect change in me, like improve myself as well as my clients, and looking for the next gig and always thriving to go to the next level. I'm really ambitious, if you can't tell already. And I'm like a go-getter, and I get stuff done. And I just really, I think at this age, they say you're happy in your 20s, then you're happy in your 30s. But so far, I've been really happy in my 40s. And I'm just really thankful for the life that I do have, and the people I have in my life who've lifted me up. I love working, and I love being an entrepreneur, because I the one thing I really, really care about is freedom of time. And I think that is much, much, much more important than financial freedom. If you actually don't have to ask for permission to do something, that is what you should strive for. If you have a boss who's not letting you take a vacation or making you feel guilty in taking a vacation, and you feel like you're going on a vacation just because you have to take time off or you have to ask, I don't know. I just think time freedom is the ultimate freedom for humanity. So, and I have time freedom. I can take a day off if I wanted to. I can be just a domestic person and just wash the dishes and cook and clean if I wanted to. I can sit in front of my computer all day long and work if I wanted to. So, of course there is the scheduling with the children, but that's also my choice. I can book a babysitter to do that if I wanted to, but I could do it myself if I wanted to. So that is time freedom, and that is my life right now that I really am grateful for.
Thanks for sharing that. To the woman who's listening to your episode, she may be in her own journey to self-confidence. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
I would absolutely say that for anybody out there who needs to create more confidence within themselves, the number one thing to do is to clean out those negative people around you. That, I'm sorry, is kind of blunt, but if you are finding yourself talking to somebody who always puts you down, and when you hang up that call, you don't feel good, then make sure if it's somebody that you cannot cut out, obviously, then you make sure you pick a time that you are tolerant of that situation to take a call with them. But I think that circle of friends, people who you hang around with, the kind of messages that you read on Facebook, on Instagram, or on Twitter, or on LinkedIn, those are very important, because whatever you read will go into your system subconsciously. And pick a book that you could read that will inspire you. Do something that you're good at and love doing. It could be singing, it could be anything that you can do that makes you joyful. Do that, and just surround yourself. That really is the number one thing. Surround yourself with the right people, and find yourself a mentor who would believe in you and help you get to that next level.
Thanks for sharing those great tips. And if our listeners wanted to get to know a little bit more about you and what you do and check out some of your work, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
Yeah, my website is Didi Wong, DIDIWONG.com. My Facebook is Didi Wong Official. Instagram is Didi Wong Official. LinkedIn is Didi Wong. So all of my simple name, DIDIWONG. I do have a book that I co-wrote with Jack Canfield that you could get. You can actually download for free if you'd like. Go to DidiWongFreebook.com. And you can get my elevator pitch book that I wrote for free. And I would love to give that to your audience, because I get pitched a lot. And I'm not just talking about pitching me as an angel investor. I'm talking about pitching in general, in a life. Like whenever you come across a stranger and they ask you that dreaded question, what do you do? Are you going to answer with a very boring answer and not be effective? Or are you going to, come out with your 60-second elevator pitch that you can do to wow somebody? Not in a manipulative way, but in a way that you can see if that relationship can go further as a friend or as a potential business associate or a JV partner. So my book, you can go out again, DidiWongFreebook.com. You can write to me, Didi@DidiWong.com. I'm actually very accessible. I don't like to have my assistant, reply my emails. I love to write back to people. So, I love the one-on-one thing. So if you find yourself in a company, in an entrepreneur situation where you're running low on funds, not sure how to get to the next step, I am all about helping you double your money in half the time. And if you are a speaker and you want to really get into the speaker world, I love helping potential speakers. And everyone, by the way, in this world can be a speaker. That one thing that people say, the most fearful thing for most people in this world is public speaking. It really is only because you've never done it, or you've done it not enough times. Because once you do it enough times, and that could only mean 5 to 10 times, you will succeed and you will be a great speaker on stage. So
thanks for sharing that. And to our listeners, if you want to connect with Didi, you can also head on over to thetaoofselfconfidence.com and search for Didi's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else that we talked about. And I really just want to thank Didi today for taking the time to share her story and tips with us on self-confidence. So thank you so much, Didi.
thank you, Sheena.
Not a problem. It was really great having you on the show. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of The Tao of Self-Confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com to check out cool resources, blog articles, show recaps, and so much more. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits.